All right, we're picking up where we left off with Loki. So interestingly enough, he's his wife stays loyal to him, and when the gods punish him his um, for his killing of Balder, he's chained to three large boulders, and one under his shoulders, one under his loins, and one under his knees. And a poisonous snake is over his head, and the venom drips down and lands on him, and it's caught by Sigyn in a bowl. But every now and then the bowl is filled to the brim and she has to go and dump it, which means the poison falls on Loki's face and it makes him twist in pain, causing earthquakes, because, that's how that works. And on the day of Ragnarok, Loki's chains will break and he'll lead the giants into battle against the gods. So there's Loki. Um, Now, Norse religion was kind of a folk religion as opposed to an organized one. Its main purpose was the survival and regeneration of society. The faith was tied to the village and the family, and there were great national festivals, but the leaders would have been the head of the family, and or the king on a national scale. So there weren't any kind of like priests or anything like that. Sacrifice played a huge role, and this communal feast was important. Consumption of beer, and it played a large role in the calendar of feasts. Um, and these sacrifices were to ensure fertility and growth. And when we think about fertility, I know that we always think in our heads about like sex, but it's not really about that for these people who didn't have the resources that we do. Fertility was more about like survival and about food and stuff like that. And at some of these festivals, there were dancers and music and singing. It was all part of it. And anybody could perform sacrifices. Um, let's see. But it was usually the head of the household or the greatest authority that would lead the rituals. Um, there were sacrifices for fertility, as we said, safe journeys, a long life, wealth, for all the things that would be important to Scandinavian society. Um, it's not really certain to what extent the myths corresponded to what the Scandinavians believed before pre-Christian times, because as we said, there was no way to know because we only have the accounts from Scandinavia after Christianity, and that's tough to do. So there's Norse religion. It's pretty cool, and we will move on to the next one. We'll see you in a minute.